Welcome back. As you can see, the AWS CodeStar has finished building and deploying the pipeline. Now let's click on our endpoints to see what it looks like. That's a nice Node.js application. But you know what? What's missing is a comment underneath here. I'd like to put a message out, something important to me. So let's go through a simple way and go through the AWS code commit to make an edit just like we would through GitHub. So let's look at our code here. Open that up. Okay, so let's go to public and let's open up this index.html. Alright, here we go. Right here is where that one comment was. I want to put it right underneath. So let's put another header in there. First we have to edit. Alright, I want to put this message in. It's very important. Okay, so to submit these changes, just like in any Git commit, we have to put our name in, email, and a comment. Okay, let's commit those changes. Okay, so if we were to go back to our CodeStar, and you should see this update relatively soon where it recognized a new change on the code, and I'll go through the whole build pipeline. Here we go. And while that is running, it'll take a little bit to finish. I'll introduce you to this dashboard. So this dashboard is convenient in that as a team you can invite new teams, configure issue tracker. If you were to use Jira, it has Jira integration, and you can create your own little wiki title. It's actually quite convenient for collaborative work. But I remember when we first configured CodeStar, we said we want to use AWS Cloud 9 environment. So let's also bring that up while we're waiting for this build pipeline to finish. So this is my build environment, so let's just open that IDE. Okay, so it seems like a pretty full-featured IDE. You can run with debugging, you can step through different language support. But let's see if we can also find our public HTML. Here it is. Open that up, and you can see our line that we added here. And I already see an error right here. There's an H in front of this. So let's see how that renders on the final build. So still deploying. So okay, well, let's see. So in this, you have a terminal. So I want to finish this up. Add some new verbiage, and let's see. I'm still deploying. Okay, so here's your IDE. As you can see, if we go to our EC2 instances, let me bring that up. EC2. You can see there's one running instance, and it's actually our Cloud9 deployment. So, finish deploying. Now let's check out the endpoint. And as you can see, there's that H error. So, but it did change it from the original. As you can see, it automatically build. If you were to have some test cases, it'll run through those and deploy it. But now I want to correct that error that I found, and let's do git config. Okay. So let's save this change that we have. To git. Sorry about that. It's been a while since I've done a git. Just one moment. So here we go. Let's make our comment so we can commit this change. Alright, control. Yes. Okay, so we just made that change, and we just git update. See if our code pipeline picks it up. We should actually see it in our code repo. No, hasn't committed. So let's push. Okay, that's done. Now we should see the change here. And it did. And as a result, we should now see it here in our source build pipeline. There it goes. And you can actually see the comments I made when I added it. And it's tracking I made the change. You can actually see our pipeline history. So you can find out who made changes, who made what change. And it's pretty nice, especially if you're just getting started with automated build pipelines. Getting sometimes Jenkins or OpenCI can be tough to get that all configured and set up. And you can use third-party tools in your pipeline. You would then just add a new step in for the testing phase, and you would set up and configure like Jenkins, and then you'd have to go and give it all the AWS keys, IAM keys, in order for it to get on the instance, run its test case, and then check back to say and continue with the pipeline. So just we're waiting for that to finish. So code deploy. Let's see. Build project. My pipeline that I have here. So this is what goes on. And I believe because we used a AWS Lambda, I did not put in code deploy.